Today on Leafscope, Leafs allowing over 40 shots again. Could they still win? The Leafs lose a top 5 scorer on the team to a bad injury. Who was it? And with the injury, who will fill the large void?
Welcome to Leafscope. I'm your host, Peter Bojarinov. Leafs only down 1-0 after 1, but Bolin goes down early in the second, and the Canucks score on the same shift. That shifts the game in the Canucks' favor totally. They score a few moments later, and they beat the Leafs 4-0. Trending now, Dave Bolin is injured. Yup, that's rough news, especially since surprisingly, Bolin has actually been pretty good with offensive depth for Leafs with 6 goals so far. With him out and Bozak already out, that's 2 of the 3 main centers. Not good news. Bozak looks like he's going to be out for at least a couple of weeks. And with Bolin's injury now, it looks eerily similar to Carlson's. So he could be gone for half a season or longer. Did look like it cut him in the tendon, so it's not good news. Hopefully it's not that bad. But for the time being, it looks like JVR is probably going to fill in that second line center slot. Time for the Rocks and Stars. Let's go with the Rocks. Penalties. Wow. 9 power plays for the Vancouver Canucks. That's rough, man. Fraser McLaren with some awful penalties. Both of his, 6 penalty minutes, and both of his penalty infractions were just awful. Totally unneeded, totally unnecessary. He didn't add anything for the team. Paul Ranger, few bad penalties he had, and a few misplays. Franzen and Riley, pretty good usually. Tonight, not so great. Riley was out of play a few times, had a few misplays, and both of them coughed the puck up a few times. They were -5 tonight. Also, Nazem Kadri, didn't see anything out of him tonight. He looked pretty invisible. I didn't even notice him on the ice. He was a -2, and also only 25% on faceoffs. Rough night for most of the team. Those guys were the main Rocks, though. The Stars. Penalty killing. Well, at least they're getting lots of practice. Dion Phaneuf, Carl Gunnarsson, Jay McClement. All 3 over 8 minutes on the penalty killing. They did a pretty good job with 8 of 9 of them killed. Good job, guys. Also, Phil Kessel played a pretty good game. He was working his ass off, had 5 shots, led the team in that category, and a few of them were pretty dangerous. He also had a scrap. Nice try, Phil. Trying to lead the team. It was a rough game, though, but a few stars. My hustle of the night has to go to Jay McClement. He put on his hard hat tonight with almost 10 minutes on the penalty kill. Did a great job in that category. He blocked a lot of lanes, cleared the puck, blocked a couple of shots. Solid night from Jay McClement. He was also good on the faceoffs. I think he had 16 faceoff wins. The next best on faceoffs on the Leafs, 4 wins. Impact of the night has got to be the David Bolin injury. Not only did he get knocked out of the game, Kassian, who injured him, got away from him on the same shift and scored the goal. Most penalties are usually because a player makes some kind of similar, close, borderline maybe penalty, but gets away and gets an opportunity to score. So the referee blows the whistle and calls a penalty. On this play specifically, maybe it's not a penalty, but you blow the whistle because the player is down. The player that should be protecting that guy who has the puck to score the goal. So I'm kind of surprised the refs didn't call a penalty on that play. Canucks score a goal, changes the momentum in the game, and then they take the game right over and score a few minutes later. That's tough. After that goal, Toronto looked pretty deflated. My recommendations. Well, first off, I kind of don't want to see JVR leave Kessel's side on that top line. So, I wouldn't mind Leafs trying maybe Lupul on the second line center. At least get him some practice since they have a few days off. And see if he fits. If not, obviously, JVR has to fill that slot because he looks like the only one that can fill that kind of role on the Leafs right now. Maybe the Leafs can get Steckel back. Not. That, as well, after that rough game by McLaren, I wouldn't mind him sitting a game. Well, if you have any questions for Leafscope, tweet at Leafscope or email leafscope@gmail.com. Again, thanks for watching, and see you all next week.
Leafscope, Leafscope.